नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to our daily morning reading of Srimad Bhagavatam. Thank you all for joining and please accept my humble obeisances. I ask for your blessings before I speak anything on Srimad Bhagavatam. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namah. All glories to Srila Prabhupada that we are able to relish this nectar of Srimad Bhagavatam. So first of all, I seek permission and blessings from Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj and entire Guru Parampara that they bless me so that I can speak a few words on Srimad Bhagavatam. And we pray to Srimad Bhagavatam that the book Srimad Bhagavatam blesses us, helps us to become person Bhagavatas. So by Krishna's mercy, we are reading from Canto 10, the Summum Bonum, Chapter 10, the Deliverance of Yamala-arjuna Trees. We have read 15 verses of this chapter so far. So just quickly, after Mother Yashoda succeeds in binding Krishna and she realizes that she has to go inside and continue her household work, she leaves him. While he is tied to the wooden grinding mortar, trusting that now he can't move, that he is tied. That is tied with such a heavy wooden grinding mortar, and he's tied with the rope. So how can he move now? But that's Krishna. So his friends start bringing him some food to eat, and immediately after eating, he feels ready to do some more mischief. So he happens to glance on the two giant Yamala-arjuna trees, who due to mercy of Narad Muni, had the good fortune to stand in the courtyard of Nand Maharaj and witness the glorious pastimes, the glorious childhood pastimes of Krishna. And we, due to the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we also have the good fortune of witnessing even this Nalkuvar and Manigriv's deliverance, which is a proof that even those who are suffering from the disease of pride, they can be cured, completely cured, just by silently seeing Lord's Leela. And it gives us a hope also, because we also suffering from our own diseases, diseases that we don't even realize that we have. Forget about seeking help or medicine for them. So the Ramban Aushadhi, the unfailing medicine of hearing, this whole pastime, it's already doing its magic on us. Even if we don't want to be cured, just like, if we drink poison, even unknowingly, it will still show its effect. Similarly, we are hearing the nectar, we are hearing the Amrit, Sarva Shastrabdi Piyusha. Piyusha, the nectar, the Amrit of Srimad Bhagavatam. We are drinking the Amrit of Harikatha. So we are right now relishing the Katha of Hari's unlimited mercy and his devotees' unlimited mercy. In front of mercy, even the mountains and the glaciers of our sin can melt. So, we are in the right place, we are in the right hospital. So as long as we are in the lap of our loving mother, Srimad Bhagavatam, we are safe. Like Sanatan Goswami says, Srimad Bhagavatam is my everything. Sanatan Goswami says, Madeka bandho mat sangin madguro man mahadhana mananistaraka madbhagya madananda namostute. At O Srimad Bhagavatam, I pay my humble obeisances unto you, because you are Mad Ek Bandhu, you are my only friend. Mad Sangin, you are my only companion, my true companion. And Mad Guru, you are my true teacher. And Man Mahadhana, you are my biggest, my true wealth. And Mana Nistaraka, you are the one who will save me from my own mana, from my own mind. And you are Madhbhagya, you are my real fortune. And you are the one who give me, while treating me from my disease, you are the one who give me Ananda, Mad Ananda, my bliss. So we are in the right place as long as we are hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Anyways, we continuing the Nalkur and Manigriva pastime. These two Yamala-arjuna trees, they get the good fortune that Krishna glances at them. They are just placed perfectly in the right place by Narad Muni. And then Shukdev Goswami enlightens us who they were in their previous lives. They were the two sons of the treasurer of demigods, Kubera. Their names were Nalakuvar and Manigriv, and their disease was pride. So Sukdev Goswami has used in different verses, he has used different words. Somewhere he calls them Mad Utkatau, Utkat, very terribly proud and mad. Somewhere he calls them Mad Srimad Andho, Andha, blind because of Shri, because of the wealth and the pride and the madness, mother of wealth. And under the influence of that disease, they fail to properly honor the great sage Narad Muni when he happens to pass by the lake, by the Mandakini river, where they were enjoying Varuni, the liquor. They were naked and they were enjoying the company of celestial girls. The girls cover themselves as soon as they see Narad Muni. But Nalkuvar and Manigriv, they don't even care about Narad Muni's presence. In fact, His Holiness Radha Govind Goswami Maharaj, he says in a very funny way that जब उन्होंने नलकुवर एंड मणिग्रीव ने देखा होगा कि नारद मुनि वहां से गुजरे, वो सोचे होंगे कि ये मुनि यहाँ क्या कर रहे हैं, what is this sage doing here, how he can go wherever he likes in the universe, but why on earth should he even come to a place where we are trying to enjoy like this? But Narad Muni, great devotee of the Lord, one of the Mahajans, like an expert doctor, he is just trying to think, how can I cure their disease? So that is what our current verses 8 to 20 are. Narad Muni's thought process behind the curse that Nalkuvar and Manigriv become trees. And in the very beautiful and instructive story of Punar Mushiko Bhava that Srila Prabhupada had mentioned in one of the purports, that is the Narad Muni's mood behind the curse, that you become trees. So, that is what Narad Muni's thought process before giving the curse is. In the Punar Mushiko Bhava story, the mouse, when he becomes a tiger, he goes and tries to eat the same saint who made him the tiger. So solution is Punar Mushiko Bhava. You again become a mouse. And Nalkuvar and Manigriv, who have become blind by wealth. So Narad Muni thinks that I must give them the ointment of poverty, the aridryam paramanjanam. So that will be the cure, the right cure for the disease of pride, because Mada Srimad Andho, Shri, wealth, opulence has made them blind. So to open their eyes, I need to take their Shri, that wealth. But Narad Muni's mercy is not like a allopathic medicine, just targeting the symptom. Narad Muni's treatment, it goes to the root cause of their illness. So Narad Muni also gives them the ultimate medicine for all kind of illnesses, which is bhakti. So in one of the purports, Srila Prabhupada also mentioned part of this shloka. यस्यास्ति भक्तिर्भगवति यस्यास्ति भक्ति भगवती यकिंचना सर्वैर्गुणैस्तत्र समासते सुरा हराव भक्तस्य कुतो महद्गुणा मनोरथेन सति धावतो बहिः. Sarvair samasate suraha. Suraha. All the demigods, all the qualities that demigods should have, they automatically, they naturally, effortlessly come in the one who has become a kinchana, a pauper or a beggar. And he has come into that mood of being a beggar out of love for the creator of all. But until then, until they come to that stage of considering themselves lower than the blade of grass, insignificant servant. Until then, Brahmanda Brahmede, until then you keep repeating the cycle. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 18:16, A Brahma Bhuvana Loka Punaravarti Norjuna Mamupetyati Kaunteya Punarjanma Navidyate. So Nalkuvar and Manigriva are in heavenly planets, but they haven't learned the lesson of humility. So they must learn that. They must come down to the earthly planet, to the lower planet. And what to speak of their heavenly planet, the creator of all the planets, Krishna says that right from the topmost planet Brahmaloka down to the lowest planet that I have created, there is one commonality, which is repetition of birth and death. There is a cycle of rise and fall, material rise and fall. So the souls, they have to Brahmand Brahmite, they have to wander through this universe, sometimes taking higher births and sometimes taking lower births. So Krishna says to Arjun that you are bound by law of karma, but while being in any of the planets, Prahlad Maharaj was a demon. So while being in any of the planets, if you surrender to me, if you come to me, then Krishna says, then for you, there are no laws of karma. So Gopi Bharto Padakamalayur Das Dasanudasa, the perfect goal that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has set for us, that learn to become the servant. So Nalkovar and Manigri, they become trees, standing tall and prominent in the courtyard of Nand Bhavan. And standing like that, it symbolizes, tall and prominent. It symbolizes their previous arrogance. So they're helpless to move. They have no clothes. So Narad Muni says, you like being naked? Then become trees in the courtyard of Nand Bhavan. Serve Krishna as the trees, become his servants, and then you will be treated of your real disease, your bhava roga, your repetition of birth and death. So perfect medicine Narad Muni gives them. And this medicine that he gives them, this is what mercy looks like. We have all experienced mercy. In Krishna's mercy, Guru's mercy, we have experienced in different forms. But this is what mercy looks like. They are suffering from mother roga, the disease of pride. But a devotee, a pure devotee, Narad Muni comes and he just uproots. He just pulls out the whole root of all kind of roga, all kind of diseases. And Nalkur and Manigriv, they get to see what scriptures say, even great yogis performing tapasya for thousands of years, they might not even have the darshan of the toenail of the Lord. But why? Because Krishna is not conquered by austerity, not by knowledge, not by study of Vedas, or not by your renunciation, but भक्त्या तुष्यति केवलं न च गुणैर् भक्ति प्रियो madhava. And he is bhakti priya. He sees the endeavor of Mother Yashoda and he gets ready to be bound, or um, or he sees the mercy of his devotee Narad Muni, and he honors it because aham bhakta paradino. I'm dependent on my devotees. So Nalkur and Manigriv get what great yogis can't even have, have glimpse of Krishna. But here are Nalkur and Manigriv witnessing the most intimate loving pastime of Krishna. And if it is not for mercy of Narad Muni, this was not going to be possible. Prahlad Maharaj also says, Naisham matistavad urukramangri sprushyattya anartha pagamo yadartha mahiyasam padarajobhishekam Nishkinchananam navrinitayav Pada Raja Abhishekam. Unless one does Abhishek of Pada Raja, the dust of the lotus feet of Mahiyasam, of pure devotee, until one does that, until one gets mercy of a pure devotee, a devotee who is completely free from material desires, until then, Naisham Matis Tavad Urukramangri. Tavad, until then, their mati, their mind, cannot be fixed at the Urukramangri. Urukrama is Krishna's name. Until then, their mind cannot be fixed at the lotus feet of Krishna. So, this section of verses we are in, it's all at the same time, there is a narrative going on of what actually happened in the past time, and then there is glorification of mercy, what poverty can do to one, what wealth can do to one, and how poverty is the cure for Nalkur and Manigriv. That is also simultaneously going in the purport. So let's see the more reasoning from Narad Muni why this diagnosis and why this medicine. So we'll continue reading from verse 16 today. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudiraye नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय 10:10:16 नित्यं क्षुत्क्षामदेहस्य दरिद्रस्यानकाङ्क्षिणः इन्द्रियाण्यनुशुष्यन्ति हिंसापि विनिवर्तते नित्यं क्षुत्क्षामदेहस्य दरिद्रस्यान्नकाङ्क्षिणः इन्द्रियाण्यानुशुष्यन्ते हिंसापि विनिवर्तते. What? Nityam, always. Kshuta, with hunger. Kshama, weak, without necessary strength. Dehasya, of the body of a poor man. Daridrasya, poverty-stricken. Anna kankshinaha, always desiring to get sufficient food. Indriyani, the senses, which are compared to snakes. Anushusyanti gradually becomes weaker and weaker with less potency. Hinsapi, the tendency to be envious of others. Vinivartante reduces. Translation by Krishna Krupamurti, His Loving Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Always hungry, longing for sufficient food, a poverty-stricken man gradually becomes weaker and weaker. Having no extra potency, his senses are automatically pacified. A poverty-stricken man, therefore, is unable to perform harmful, envious activities. In other words, such a man automatically gains the results of the austerities and penances adopted voluntarily by saintly persons. Would anyone like to read the purport, please?
I can read, Mataji.
Please.
According to the option of experienced medical practitioners, diabetes is a result of voracious eating and tuberculosis is a disease of undereating. We should desire neither to be diabetic nor to be tubercular. Yavad artha prayojanam. We should eat frugally and keep body fit for advancing in Krishna consciousness, as recommended elsewhere. Srimadbhagavatam 1.2.10. Kamasya Ninindriya Pritir Labho Jivata Yavata Jivasya Tattva Jinasa Nartho Yasa Sheha Karma Bhihi. The real business of human life is to keep oneself fit for advancement in spiritual realization. Human life is not meant for making the senses unnecessarily strong so that one suffers from disease, one increases in envious fighting spirit. In this age of Kali, excuse me, however, human civilization is so misled that people are unnecessarily increasing in economic development. And as a result, they are opening more and more slaughterhouses, liquor shops, and brothels. In this way, the whole civilization is being spoiled.
Thank you so much, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
So, when I was reading the purport, it reminded me of a quote by Gandhiji. He once said that the world has enough for everyone's need, but there is not enough for everyone's greed. So while this verse is describing how a poverty-stricken man, even if he wants to, is unable to harm others because his first priority, his immediate concern is filling the belly, his own belly and his dependents' bellies. So Srila Prabhupada opens this purport with giving us the symbolic health perspective that overeating leads to diabetes and undereating leads to tuberculosis. And undereating is easy to address, but overeating is the hard one. So Prabhupada is saying that one should avoid both extremes. One should adopt a balanced eating habit of eating only as much as required for bodily health and for spiritual health. Because overeating translates to, it leads to over endeavor to procure the resources for it. So there is a famous example Prabhupada often used in his lectures, that if you put a bag of rice somewhere, and you cut a slit in that bag, then many birds will come. They will eat the rice grains, and they will chirp, and they will invite their other friends, so that they can also eat. But as soon as their own belly is full, then they will fly away. They will not sit there protecting the bag of rice for tomorrow's lunch. And they will also not take some more rice with them and save it in their nest for tomorrow or for the days to come. So in the animal kingdom, we do not see, generally don't see sanchaya. The sanchaya means, you get it. So that is the nature of animals. They know that tomorrow I will get some more grains. I will again get some grains tomorrow. So that is animal nature. Filling the belly for now, is that's the only concern. For tomorrow, they are not concerned. But for humans, just filling the belly is not even the concern of birds or animals. They are just carefree that they will get. But humans who are supposed to be of higher intelligence than the birds and animals. So we have also been given this human body, but we have been given it for a specific purpose. So if even animals are not worried about filling their bellies, then how can that be our concern? Krishna has given us the belly, so he will provide us enough to fill that belly. And that's why in the purport, straight after instructing us to avoid atyahar, then Srila Prabhupada takes us to the second verse of Upadeshamrita that gives us 6 defects that destroy the bhakti. So from atyahara, he takes us to prayashascha. Atyahara prayashascha prajalpo niyamagraha janasangascha laulyam cha shadbhir bhaktir vinashyati. So these 6 things are not favorable for bhakti. Atyahar, prayas, over endeavor, prajalpa, useless talk, any talk that is not related to Krishna, niyamagraha, and association, bad association that is not favorable to bhakti, and laulyam, greed, material greed. So these 6 are not favorable for bhakti. They keep one away from the real goal of human life, which is becoming the servant of the servant of the servant of Krishna. The real goal of human life is not satisfying the tongue, the sense, or any other sense gratification, but it is self-realization. And during the Bhagavad Srila Prabhupada remembers the perfect verse, Srimad Bhagavatam 1-10. Kamasya nendriya pritir labho jiveta yavata jivasya tattva jignasa nartho yascheha karma bhim. And translation, life's desires should never be directed towards sense gratification. And one should desire only for a very simple and healthy life, because jivasya tattva jignasa, human life is meant for jignasa, curiosity, inquiring about tattva, what is the essence of existence, why do I exist, what is the absolute truth. So that is what human life is meant for. It's not meant for thinking about what will I eat tomorrow. It is not for endeavoring, over endeavoring for that. There's an American woman saint. There was Elizabeth Satan. She said that if we live simply, we should live simply, she said, so that others may also we should live simply so that others may simply be able to live. So Nalkor and Manigriv, they are wealthy, but did they, as Srila Prabhupada is taking us to this second verse of Upadeshamrit, Atyahara, and then comes Prayashascha. So they are wealthy, Nalkor and Manigriv are wealthy, but did they do prayasa or any endeavor or over endeavor for that wealth? No. It was just given to them as a byproduct, a pleasant byproduct of being the sons of their father. And did they choose who is going to be their father? No. So, as we know from the concepts we learn from Bhagavad Gita, that wealth is a result of previous pious karma. Bhagavad Gita 6.41. Shuchinam Shrimatam Gehe Yoga Bhrashtopi Jayate. Yoga Bhrashta, the one whose yoga practice, the one whose endeavor to connect with the Supreme, one whose yoga practice remained incomplete, that person takes birth in the homes of Shuchinam, of pious families, and Srimatam, who are Srimant, wealthy. So previous pious acts like acts of charity, truthfulness, demigod worship, or caring for others, living a life that is not harmful to anyone, serving brahmanas and cows. So such kind acts in previous lives, they may lead to wealth in the next life. So wealth can be a blessing, can be a blessing of your previous pious karma. But wealth is not always a blessing. Sometimes wealth can be a test. And poverty, on the other hand, the impious, the previous impious activities, greed or exploitation, envy, cruelty to others, or in general, misuse of wealth in this life, it can result in poverty in the next life. So if we look at poverty from the lens of law of karma, then poverty seems like a punishment of previous impious karma. But seeing poverty with the lens of bhakti, poverty may not always be punishment. Sometimes Krishna also personally arranges it to bless a sincere soul with detachment and realization. And sometimes his devotees bless one with poverty so that they can come back to the path they should be on, the path that leads to Krishna. So it depends on the consciousness of the person whether to take the poverty or wealth as a punishment or a blessing. Being wealthy can also be a punishment. Being wealthy, like Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he deliberately avoided association of King Pratap Rudra, the kings and wealthy people. So um, being wealthy can be a punishment because one may not get, if one may be healthy and seeing their wealth, saintly, sincere devotees may avoid their association. And it can attract leeches who want to exploit their wealth. That someday this person will be useful to me in my mission or in my agenda. So they might, wealthy people might end up being surrounded by such mindset, such people with such mindset. So wealth can also be the reason that one might be deprived from saintly association. But Srila Prabhupada was not like that. He did not see wealthy people as prospective victims. He was also merciful to them, and he could see that how badly they also need Krishna consciousness. There is a famous incident when Alfred Ford, now Amrish Prabhu, when he first time met Srila Prabhupada. So somebody introduced Alfred Ford to Srila Prabhupada, saying that Ford's great grandson has come. And then Prabhupada asked, "Oh, Ford, the carman?" And someone replied, "Yes." So then Prabhupada asked, he asked very gravely, "Where is he now?" So Prabhupada was preaching to Alfred Ford that Henry Ford, his great grandfather, a man of massive influence and wealth, but yet he could also not escape death. No one can escape death. So Prabhupada's question, where is he now? Where is Henry Ford now? It's not about, he's not asking where his location. It's not about geography. It's about his destiny. So with all his power, money, fame, where did it take him? Did he prepare for the next life, or did he spend his life being too attached to the cars or the factories or the name, power? So Srila Prabhupada at the same time was reminding everyone that, you may be a very big man in this world, but what about your next life? So the real wealth is Krishna consciousness. So Prabhupada could see that even wealthy person is poor in Krishna consciousness. So Prabhupada also wanted to give them the wealth of Krishna consciousness. Radhanath Maharaj, in one lecture, he described something very famous newspaper reporter had written. So the newspaper reporter, he had gone to meet Mother Teresa. So the news reporter, he started glorifying Mother Teresa, how nicely she was serving the poor. And she said that what my experience is that you don't even know who the real poor are. People in Western countries living in big mansions, expensive homes, driving very nice cars, eating all kinds of foods, they are poor. Because even though they have so much material wealth, their hearts are lonely, their hearts are starving. But when I look in the eyes, in the eyes of such so-called wealthy people, I see poverty of the heart. But these people, these homeless people, living and dying in the streets of Calcutta with nothing, when I look in their eyes, I see faith. They have faith in God. They have abundance within their heart. So who is poor? A rich man, maybe fearful, suspicious, lonely, taking sleeping pills to even be able to sleep at night, taking alcohol or drugs to somehow or other cope with the anxieties of the day, traveling the world, going here and there, Europe, Alaska, Singapore, all kinds of vacations he might be taking, or, to somehow or other, just to bring some variety in his life, or to escape from the loneliness he has within. And sometimes out of wealth, sometimes even engaging in cruel, egoistic acts towards other, just to get some excitement out of life. So that wealthy person is poor. That is poverty. They are poor. So Prabhupada's simple question to Alfred Ford, where is he now? Where is Henry Ford now? That question has volumes of wisdom, and it reminds us all that, focus, it reminds us that we should focus not just on this life, but we should be able to see beyond this life, on our eternal life in service of Krishna. And The school of universe, the university of universe, is in no hurry to graduate us, to kick us out. When we go into public hospitals here in Australia, they are as soon as we become a little bit stable, they are so eager to kick us out, and to discharge us and to make us go home. But the University of Universe, until we learn the lessons that we need to learn, it will keep bringing us to the situations and to the bodies that facilitate those lessons. So Narad Muni sees that Narkor and Manigriv, they like to be naked. So they become trees. So they were proud. That's why they had to stand as trees for 100 years of demigods to learn the lesson of Taro Rapi Shahishrana. So, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us the essence of the whole philosophy of Srimad Bhagavatam in one word, Taro Rapi Sarishona. So, there is a very well-known traditional classification of three kinds of learners. One is a Kanishta, a lowest learner or foolish person, one who, no matter how much they are taught, they will not learn at all. They will keep repeating the same mistake. They will keep pinching others for no reason. And then there is Madhyama, the average learner, the one who learns after experiencing suffering or failure themselves, when they are on the receiving end of the same atrocities that they do towards others, they realize that, oh, this must hurt, so I should stop pinching others now. And then there is Shrestha, the topmost, the best kind of learners, one who learns by hearing from others, by reading Shastra, or by observing someone else's suffering. They learn without having to go through that suffering themselves. So they see one person pinching the other, and the pain the other person, the sufferer, is suffering, and they learn the lesson that I must not pinch anyone ever. So this person, the Uttama learner, this person is wise and humble and receptive. And for such a person is Shastra. For such a person is Srimad Bhagavatam, which is full of life lessons. So these verses that we are going through, poverty and humility, it's teaching us the life lesson that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us in one word, Taro Rapi Shahishrana, be more tolerant than a tree. There is a bhajan in Gujarati. It says, Bhakti re karvi ene રાખ થઈને રહેવું બાઈજી મેળવું અંતરનું અભિમાન રે. That one who wants to be a devotee will have to give up pride. One will have to learn to develop the humility, who I really am, a mere servant of the servant of the servant. Otherwise, when we see someone who is learning or even teaching Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam, but in their personal life being what Shastra condemns. We being the students of same Srimad Bhagavatam, we can see. But what can we do? Except for feeling sorry for them and praying that they become cured of their disease that they have. And we become cured of the disease that we have. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. that this prayer, that may all be happy, may all be free from their respective illnesses, and may all see what is auspicious for me and for everyone else, and may no one else, may no one suffers. So with that prayer, 7:15, let's conclude our class today. Bhishma Panchak is starting tomorrow. Tomorrow is Ekadashi. So Bhishma Panchak, the last 5 days of Kartik. So these are the 5 days. Srila Prabhupada has said, give this one life to Krishna. So throughout the year, if we have been going here and there from Krishna, these 5 days at least, we should give to Krishna, and they should be about nothing else but Krishna. Bhishma, Pitama Bhishma, he had fasted for these 5 days, preparing to give up his life. In Hari Bhakti Vilas, it is said that one who is capable of fasting, they should fast during this entire Bhishma Panchak, these 5 days. And in Padma Puran, it is said that this fast of Bhishma Panchak, this liberating fast of Bhishma Panchak, even demigods, they don't know about this. And by following fasting on these 5 days of Bhishma Panchak, one gets the benefit of doing of fasting for all the entire 4 months, the Chaturmas period. So we'll pause here. If anyone has any realizations or comments or questions, corrections, please unmute and share. All right. Thank you all for joining and inspiring me to glorify Krishna. Gantraj Srimad Bhagavatam Mahapuran ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Have a very blissful Krishna conscious day. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for a lovely class, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna,
Mataji.